everything is starting to make a lot more sense. So, the Flashpoint movie is for sure going to be a reboot for the DC live action big screen universe. Call it whatever you want, okay? And yeah, as I said, things are starting to get more clear. We're getting a lot of leaks and a lot of things that's getting revealed right now. What I'm going to discuss in this video is mostly rumors from people who've leaked things before. We're going to speak of things that has been leaked that we know for sure is confirmed, and on-set photos that is leaked and stuff. And we're going to speak about new confirmations as well, and some theories. My name is David Miranda, and this is Bat Universe. Okay, so as I just stated, the Flashpoint movie is probably going to reboot everything softly. One confirmation we got really newly, you can say it like that, I'm not sure, whatever. But one new reveal we just got was from Jason Momoa, who stated that he's going blonde for Aquaman The Lost Kingdom, which is Aquaman 2, okay? And we know that he's been having pretty dark hair with some, white or blonde slings or, a sunburn in the hair, more or less. But now he stated that he's going blonde, which I think, personally, is going to be because of the reboot. So the Flashpoint movie will come out before this one, right? And I think we will see a lot of changes in this movie. I think we're going to see changes in the DC universe in the ending, when everything is going to be reset. I think we're going to see how the timeline changes. What's different with this timeline compared to the other timeline? We will see the old scene compared with the new scene, more or less. And I think this is one of the things, because this thing isn't a big thing. It's nothing people would care about, really. And therefore I think that it's going to be one of those things. The rumor about the Flashpoint being something that will reboot the DC universe has been a thing for a pretty long time now. And I think that's also something that's going to affect the hyenas of Harley Quinn. I think they're going to change the one from, what's it called, Bruce, to Lou and whatever the other hyena is. I think she's going to have her both hyenas. And probably, spoiler alert, I don't think that necessarily that, Black Mask and Victor Sass will be dead in that movie either. I think those are two things that are going to change. Next up, I want to speak about a few other rumors. First off, we've gotten some leaks about the on-set photos on The Flash. We've seen Michael Keaton, and holy shit, he's in really good shape for his age. He doesn't look to be, over 60, really. He looks pretty good, for real. So I'm excited to see his return. And we also got a few new on-set photos of the Batman 1989 Batmobile and the Batcave, and Ezra Miller in the Batcave. So those are 4 pictures that were very cool. And a friend of mine who's called the Legion of Geeks saw these reveals or leaks on Reddit, and the same person who leaked those leaks on Reddit also said that he knew the upcoming timeline for the reboot. We also posted this timeline on Instagram, and we also said that you shouldn't be 100%, this is how it is, because it might not be. Anyways, the new timeline of the DCU might be this. It might start with Wonder Woman 84, those are normal. We already knew that was chronological correct. But then we will have Batman 1989 and Batman Returns. So that means that The Flash fucks up the timeline so bad that Ben Affleck's Batman was never born, and Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne was the one that got born in this timeline. And after that, we got Aquaman and Shazam, Birds of Prey, the Suicide Squad. So that also means that this, the normal first Suicide Squad with Jared Leto's Joker, and all that, it ain't there. It's gone. And there, it leaves some questions about, Harley Quinn overall. Like, how is she there? What's his origin? Was she? We will probably most likely see a copycat Joker. Is my expectations or thoughts. Then we will have Black Adam, The Flash, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Remember, if Jason Momoa dyes his hair, as he stated, "This is the last day of the brown. I'm going to be a blondie. Supposedly have fun. I don't know about that. We'll test it out." So he's going to go blonde for this role. And then we will have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. And last up, we will have Supergirl. And I think that's the reason why Man of Steel is still here. So that he can be the mentor for Supergirl. Because everyone wants the Man of Steel too. I mean, that's almost the most hyped thing in the whole DC community, right? So that just makes sense. And yeah, I think it's a bit weird to see Michael Keaton turning up as Bruce Wayne in a extended universe at this age, because that feels like we're going to get a rushed Batman Beyond and all that, and I don't think that would be very good. One other theory I got is that it's going to be mashed up with some other timeline. Might be the Batman or a timeline we don't know about yet. So we will have two Bruce Waynes, which also would be pretty weird. And we will have one younger, one older, one old and wise. It might do the Batman Beyond, and then we have one young who, is with the Justice League and all that. But it's still weird. And also it leaves a lot of questions with plot holes. Jason Momoa or Arthur Fury, something like that. Arthur Fleck. No, but Arthur states in Aquaman 1 that Mera hits Darkseid hard, or no, Steppenwolf, right? They also refer to Ben Affleck's Batman in Shazam. They also refer to the first Suicide Squad in the Birds of Prey movie. There's an entire cutscene that states that Bruce Wayne finds out about Wonder Woman's earlier path in the Wonder Woman movie. There's a lot of plot holes that needs to be vanishing here, which is a pretty hard thing to do. But before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel. But I'm not sure how this will work. What we also have a few clues, what we also can speculate about is if the Batgirl movie is going to take place in this universe, or if it's going to take place in the upcoming Matt Reeves universe, or if it's going to be in a standalone universe. I think most likely that it's going to take place in this universe, because earlier today, the three persons that they have been taking into cast as Batgirl, they're coming up here, I don't know their names, and since they're looking for a person to play James Gordon in the DCU, he will also disappear after the Flashpoint movie, most likely. That gives me the idea that it's going to be in the DCU and not in the Matt Reeves universe. But I'm not sure, I'm also just speculating. I'm trying to bring in all the facts here. What's also weird if Michael Keaton would be the upcoming Batman for the DCU, other than his age and that he probably will play in this one movie and then die. No offense, Michael Keaton, you look healthy, but I'm not going to pretend that you're younger than you are. You're not. Is that ATT hyped Ben Affleck's Batman so much, and it would be a bit weird to bring him in for this one movie and then kill him off. One idea I had that I stated on my on our Instagram account is that the Flashpoint movie might create two different timelines, one taking place on the big screen and one on HBO Max, which will lead to we have one DCU that is rebooted, and we got the Snyderverse going on HBO Max for the Snyder fans and the Snyder DC fans or whatever, and we get maybe even a third timeline with Michael Keaton's Batman if he's not playing the main Batman. But according to this rumor, he's playing the main Batman in the DCU. So I'm not sure. And maybe that they cast someone to play him as younger. I'm not sure. I'm just speculating here. But as I said, there was a lot of hype around Ben Affleck's Batman on ATT's. Or AT&T's, Twitter a couple of, like a year ago now, right? Something like that. No, it was during October, I think. Something like that. But, there was a lot of hype, so it doesn't really make sense to cut him off. But at the same time, I don't think Ben Affleck really wants to come back as Batman, since he's had pretty much the roughest time playing this role. He was depressed. He went through a divorce that was more or less his fault because he cheated. But, depressed, he didn't train, he wasn't motivated. And also he made an entire script for this movie, which almost killed him. And, then he got cut, more or less cut off as Batman by Warner Brothers. Or no, he quit the role even. Then he came back for the Zack Snyder's Justice League movie. So, really, I don't think he will come back to the role other than this. I think this will be like a farewell for him for the role of Batman. So it kind of makes sense, but using Michael Keaton as Batman is a bit risky. I still am very excited to see him returning. I mean, he's one of the most iconic Batmans. I mean, you can discuss who's best, but I always think that Michael Keaton will be one of the most iconic ones, since he more or less brought what makes this dark Batman to Batman, We had Adam West before that. He was all fun and games. We've had Val Kilmer and George Clooney after that, in between him and Christian Bale, and they're also just fun and games. Michael Keaton put the standard for a dark Batman, so put him in here is a cool idea. It is. But if this rumor is true or not, I cannot say. I'm just, as I said, I'm just speculating. I'm stupid. It might be a lie. But I want to thank you all for watching this video. Make sure to leave a thumbs up. Join the giveaway going on right now on our Instagram. All you have to do is follow our site and the sponsorship site. Our Instagram is linked in the bio. Make sure to do so. And subscribe. Bye.